Good morning, Awoken. Happy to be back with you guys on this Purple Friday. Happy Purple Friday to all of you today. Thrilled to be with you guys. Always fun to hang out uh, with you guys. Relatively, in terms of news this week, felt like a slower news week. We got some breaking news this morning, though. The jobs report numbers from April have been released, and 115,000 new jobs were added. This is at a time where there's lots of uncertainty and doubt about the future, uh, especially with AI, war in Iran, global oil prices. There's lots of obstacles for a good jobs report, but none of those were able to stop in April. 115,000 jobs were added to the economy. Obviously, we know it's just numbers ultimately, but still a pretty big day. So I'll put this one, give me a second. Uh, Here, I'm going to put this in the Discord real quick. Cool. Right, so would love to. Roy says UFO files live stream needed. UFO files, huh? Grow Maloney. What's going on, Grow Maloney? And all right, Roy, I saw a little bit about that. Um, need to read a little more though. I'm not too certain. Um, Maybe you can uh, tell us a little bit in the chat here about some of them. But I'm definitely happy to look at the topic though. Um, but yeah, our main topic for the day is we are going to be discussing the job report numbers and the economic numbers just recently released. So here I got again this Uber real quick. Yeah, got doing a little bit of everything today on the stream. Hello, sir.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Alex, right? Yes, sir. So we're going to the post office to pick up. Get to
Cool.
if you wait.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that, everybody. Just hopped into Uber here. Got a little cup holder. Make sure we're buckled up. Mark says, great job, great job. What's going on, Mark? Thank you for joining the stream this morning. We are here driving around Washington, D.C. Going to be taking your questions once we get locked in. Cool. Okay. So, yeah, we see this morning 115,000 new jobs released. This comes at a time where, if you've been listening to Tucker Carlson's show the last week or two, like myself, you would hear that he's very concerned about AI and their job, the future prospects of younger Americans having jobs with AI. At least this month, it seems that companies are still hiring for the time being. But would just love to remind you guys, if you're new to the stream, just new to the channel, hanging out with us, would love if you left the video a like. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. That's a wonderful way in which you can support the show. Additionally, you can support the show via super chats if you have any spicy questions or topics or ideas you want me to discuss during the stream. That's a great way to get me a little more chatty. Just kind of playing there. But yeah, we're just doing this little Friday morning stream. We'll probably do an evening stream as well sometime tonight. Jasper asks if I'm going to go prom or something. Man, that was around a decade ago for me. Not anymore. But no, it's Purple Friday. Purple is our theme color for the channel. And I work in politics as well in DC, so always suit and tie. Well, for me, tie, suit, jacket, but gym shorts though. We don't. I don't really like wearing the pants in the summer. Oh, Jab, I haven't seen you on the stream before. Hope you're doing well. The Colonel on the Uber down to yeah, man. Yeah, we're going all over. And then Rocking a Killer says, "Can you tell me why do people close their nasal passage while talking? Everyone is Miley Cyrus now." Yeah, not too sure, man. Um, Ooh, just got a push notification from Fox News. Dems lose redistricting battle at Virginia Supreme Court. So that could be a huge. Uh,
Did you see the J6 that they did at the Tennessee Capitol building?
yeah, I saw someone was like screaming at the officer or something.
Dude, there was a state senator like jumping on the table. The Democrats were like burning stuff.
Oh my gosh.
They had a full insurrection in Tennessee state.
Yeah, Tennessee, they just passed within like 48 hours after felt like the Indiana primaries that Tennessee they redrew again. They redrew just a couple years ago. They were able to eliminate the Nashville seat, and now they're able to eliminate the Memphis seat. So Tennessee's about to go 9-0 in their redistricting. This comes after essentially a political decapitation strike against regime targets in Indiana that were opposed to the Governor Mike Braun's redistricting push last fall and last winter. 6 or 7 of the 8 of those targets fell on Tuesday night. And most of them were not particularly close races either. Most of the races were like 65, 35%, like they were very lopsided, which kind of makes you think, why did those Indiana State Senate Republicans vote to keep the Democrats around? The world may never know. Who knows? But they, not like they'll have an answer for that after this term, though. They'll have the rest of their political retirement lives to think about it. Jasper says you should play a game called Roblox. Haven't haven't heard of that before. What's up? The Colonel says you live further from work now. I live a little further from work. I was at work, and I'm doing a work-related errand right now. So,
I literally don't understand what you're saying. The country? Oh, where?
But yeah, I do live a little further away from work now, and the Capitol building for that matter. But nothing that can't stop me. You know, we'll still find a way to do it. Absolutely not. Yeah, I'm not a. What is that supposed to be? Pedophile? I'm not a pedophile. But I don't know what. Yeah. No, that's not me, man. Yeah, hope everyone's having a good Friday, a good Purple Friday. We'll just be on here a couple minutes this morning. We'll kind of be in and out a little bit. But we will do like a more kind of structured stream this evening, this afternoon. Oh, you're good, mate. Yeah. No, I thought the phone broke for a second or something. Whoa, that looks nice.
Yeah, my friend is in Georgia.
Wow. It's pretty crazy. Let's do a.
It's beautiful country, man. I love Georgia.
Sweet. All right. Got a little poll for you guys talking about the jobs report. We saw 115,000 new jobs, or at least added. Maybe not new, but at least either recovered or kind of new. So, and a pretty, I'd say, unexpected report, like a positive report for the admin. This comes at a time where lots of Americans are upset about higher gas prices, um, stagnation, rent being high, other uh,
Did you fly in? When did you fly in?
rent, like owning a home. It's still very tough for young people to own homes. A lot of times it takes dual income, two incomes. Yeah.
Hey, man, you're Turkish, man. You're Georgia.
Still think there's still the threat about AI taking jobs. I don't think that was quelled, but
Oh, I see. So you're on the opposite
and
side.
this could
Go
prevent
right. You see that radio tower to the right? No, turn around. Turn around.
interest rates from falling or dropping again,
More to the right.
especially if they see a strong jobs report. The Fed. Primal screams. What's going on, Primal?
Okay,
Says we aren't going to recover from this
family
anytime
lives on
soon.
the opposite side of that mountain. Dude, there's
Why
7
won't
hills
we
that
recover
go
from, or
typically
what won't we
huge
recover
cities.
from, you think?
Like half the population of the country lives in Texas.
Colonel says we need a new system anyway.
Oh, that is just one band, one artist, kind of. Oh, I never heard of it. What time is it there?
There are lots of people out on bikes today in DC. It's a pretty nice day weather-wise. It was a little chilly last night, actually. Kind of got chilly, made it unenjoyable to hang out, to really relax in.
Okay, hey, I'm on low battery, so let me get off FaceTime and I'll text my cousin.
But here, let's go to. There we go. That should be a little better now. But yeah, I hope you guys have some fun weekend plans. So, Colonel, what system would you prefer? Or what kind of system do you think we need? Because I hear, yeah, lots of people on both sides or whatever side it are on are just really starting to have great dissatisfaction with the current system or the way things are currently going. And it's making it, yeah, people are just losing a lot of faith. Even with a good jobs report such as this month, um, did that mean stuff overnight got really affordable again, or groceries went down, or whatever it is? Um, so I think that's a counter a lot of people are going to try and mention and discuss and talk about, and all that other stuff. Um, and yeah, like maybe the strong jobs numbers makes it to where the Fed, they don't lower interest rates anymore. Yeah, they will hold off for another quarter or um, whatever. So there are some, it is a good in terms of numbers, and I'm sure the admin is going to push this month a lot in particular, because I can't even tell you the last couple of months what the numbers were. Um, not as good as this month. I know that. Primal Scream says this economy will continue to get worse. On some aspects, yeah, it's inevitable, but um, I what was it, Kevin Hassett the other day? I'm not sure if you caught some of that interview. I think he's the one of the White House. Um,
That's the head of the economic.
Yeah, the head of the Economic Council, and he was talking about um, how people are spending more on credit cards than ever before, and kind of framed as like a good thing, but also didn't notice that yeah, people are buying more stuff, but spending more just means they're having yeah to spend more of their own money. So um, kind of a what kind of catch 22 or whatever it is. It's just tough right now. Yeah, the admin they're I don't think this was the game plan that they imagined at the beginning of this term. Primal says all aspects of the economy will continue to get worse. Some just over time, right? Like the national debt, that didn't shrink this month. It's only going to explode, especially the longer we're doing stuff in the Middle East, right? Um, but I do think some things can get better. Primal says, I have excellent credit, and that's the only thing keeping me going, but it still needs to be paid on time. Yeah, what, 111 million Americans or whatever can't pay their credit card on time or are in some kind of credit card debt or whatever. Um, that's insane. Yeah, that's a ton of people. If there's they say there's 330 million Americans or whatever, so
50 now.
yeah.
Only illegal.
Mm.
Not that illegal, right?
The Colonel says credit rating is retarded. Primal Screams adds, and no cap on interest rates, which was also promised. I do think I remember that. Yeah. Uh, hmm. It's determined by banks that can't even stay open without a bailout. And that's true. Yeah. How to get bailed out. Uh, yeah, they never have to be responsible or pay their shit on time, and they get away with everything. And then, yeah, when they mess up, they get bailed out. So, well, I hope your husband's surgery is okay. Um, yeah, I'll be thinking of him and your family. So, Swiss Mike, what's going on, Swiss Mike? Hello, is it raining in DC or why are you in a car? Just doing some work related errands right now. Um, we're kind of modifying this morning stream. This We'll do a stream this afternoon, sometime this evening, um, and um, we'll be hanging out there. But yeah, we're just in DC. Yeah, we're still in DC. A $9,500 deductible. That's pretty. Yeah, I hate to see that. Grill Maloney says, um, socialism for the rich and rugged individualist enterprise capitalism for the rest. Martin Luther King. All right, sweet.
Okay, can you wait?
Yes.
Okay, we'll come back. Okay.
All right.
Maybe
You think it's all right?
maybe like 10 minutes.
Thank you. Just made it to the post office. Got to go grab the mail. Hi. Good morning. Yeah, dude. Pretty yeah, dude, just super immature, dude.
What's it?
It's that one guy.
Noodle Man.
No, not Noodleman.
Hey, here to pick up for C Pro comes professional.
Swiss says, what said the job report? Uh, so we're looking at 115,000 new jobs added to the economy. Um, the unemployment rate, I think, is at 4.3% still. Um, Gremoloni says, I don't believe the report. Yeah, it seems like it's kind of a little, yeah, like it is a lot. Gremoloni's calling cap on the jobs report. Would you just quit? Honestly, so, yeah, exactly. So, um, yeah, dude, if you possess videos like that, that's illegal as well. Fred's lady says, good morning. So, thank you, sir. Heading back in the Uber. Yeah, still illegal, dude. Like, I get it. You're 16 and immature and whatever, but uh, yeah, if you try, yeah, dude, don't try messing with us, dude. Fred's lady says good morning. Good morning, Fred. Thank you for joining the stream this morning. Uh, hope you're doing well. Thank you all for hanging on the stream with us this morning, as we had just left the post office, now heading back. To heading back towards Eastern Market area here in DC. Primal on the offensive there.
CPI's watching.
Yeah, let's go. Nice. No, dude, I just think you're very immature. You said you're 16 years old. You haven't lived much life truly yet. And you're kind of just being a bitch, to be honest. Yeah, so, yeah, dude, man up. Yeah, thank you, Swiss Mike. Yeah, dude, like, the dude's just being immature. Uh, yeah, dude, you're admitting to a crime. You're admitting to possessing child porn. Like, that's very creepy.
Report his ass, bro.
Yeah, like, we're going to report you, and we're going to make sure you're handled and dealt with properly.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Yeah, and we don't need any of that gay shit, so. Yeah, let's just. Primal says inmates will welcome you. Yeah, man, I'd be a little careful about that, dude. Yeah, what are you going to drop a bar of soap on purpose or something? Your first day in jail?
Well, dude, like if in prison they find out that this dude was trying to like threaten other people with CP, bro, they're gonna stab him.
Yeah.
They're gonna get him.
Yeah, Kraft. What it could have been, Kraft, if you were just a little chill. And Pro Folk 22, welcome to the stream. He says dropping a bar of soap on it the first day in prison is a power move. What's going on, Pro Folk 22? Thank you for joining the stream this morning. Glad to have you here. Yeah, it's always fun hanging out with you guys. Yeah, happy Purple Friday, everybody. Hope you wear a little bit of purple today. Hope you have some fun afternoon of plans this evening or this weekend even. Also, if you're new to the video, make sure you leave the video like, hit that like button, leave a question down in the comment section as well. If you want to support the show, you can do that by super chats. Leave me a super chat. Ask me a tough question. Ask me a little thought-provoking question. Also, everyone, if you're chill, actually, you're more than welcome to join our Discord. There's about 33, 35 of us or so in there now. Lots of different political opinions and flavors and brands in there. So it's definitely a space for political dialogue. Randy says, if we confess our sins, he is faithful and just and will forgive us our sins and purify us from all righteousness. 1 John 1:9. Only Jesus Christ saves. Thank you, Randy. God bless you, man. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. Mad Butters said his favorite football team is Arsenal. What's going on, Mad Butters? Thank you for joining the stream today. And then T.Y. Huey, T. Huey says, looks like you'd evict me from your premises. Just kidding. Have a good day. Thank you for joining the stream. Yeah, man, I'm not for evicting people. So Mad Butters says, what's up from Tacoma Park? I mean, we're around Noma right now. We're near the Gallaudet University, but we're on the move though, so we're kind of going all over a little bit this morning. I'm not a preacher myself. There's a couple people on the stream though that will drop Bible verses, and stuff like that. So I just try to typically read the comments and engage with you guys. No, I'm in politics though. Um, I'm in the private sector and politics here in DC. Started this channel around 6 months ago now. And yeah, just really trying to grow this channel a little bit. We're nearly at 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube page, so would love to encourage you guys to subscribe if you're new. Make sure you're a part of the first 1,000. Because once this channel, once we start reaching hundreds of thousands and millions, you'll always know forever that you were part of the first 1,000. All right, dude, I'm just done with you. Yeah, you're being banned.
Get it there.
Yeah, let's see. Put hide user on this channel. Yeah, he's gone. I'm just done with him. Yeah.
What do you need to report him to YouTube corporate or whatever?
Yeah. Clip says India smells like shit. The guy said he's a 16-year-old from India. Yeah. All right. Yeah, and we're going to report. Yeah, everyone report that guy. He's done. Yeah, I'm just sick of his ass. Yeah, let's see. Find the message where he said he possessed child porn and report that message. Here we go. All right. Unwanted child. Yeah. There we go. All right. Yeah, that's a good one to report. Here, let's see some of the other yeah, there's a couple of you guys now in the comment section hanging out. It's easier for a camel to enter through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. Matthew, says Graham Maloney. I will say, yeah, Graham Maloney and I, we've been debating a lot in the Discord recently, so it's been fun to, learn some different perspectives recently, I will say. Mad Butter says Primal says, come to the side where we are not Democrats or Republicans. Have a great day. I have hope for you. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you for consistently hopping on my streams and supporting me, Primal Screams. Thank you. Appreciate you. Pro Folk 22, not a lobbyist. More on the kind of the political side, I should say. Yeah, more political side than official or lobbying. If you were a Jacksonville Kid 1041 says, if you were a transgender migrant, I could get you a free uh, female genitalia, Governor Gavin Newsom. Maybe some of that transgender sex reassignment surgery or whatever. Gromoloni says, go Packers, cheesehead. Now, Switz Michael says, I was raised the right way. I know what racism can do. We learn in school here. And boo Packers, go Bears. Okay, so you're a Chicago Bears fan. That's pretty fun. Eight T Hayu 890. No, it's a channel with lots of political diverse opinion. Like there are people that are super far right here. There's people that are super far left. There's Christians. There's Muslims. There's uh, people that are just in DC that enjoy looking at the city in DC. There's people that are like very politically engaged somewhere in the United States. It's turning out to be a very politically diverse area. All right, everyone report and ban this Nathan Drake guy. Yeah, he's just one of those. He's the friend of the guy we just banned. Yeah, yeah, he's being reported for child porn.
If he's friends with the guy with the CP, then he's probably in on it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. He's gone. He's been banned. Man, I've been supreme leader of this channel for 6 months and haven't had to ban people until today. First two people we've had to ban. So yeah, you're good, man. No, yeah, it's just a very politically diverse channel. There's people not from the U.S. on like Swiss Mike. You know, he's from Switzerland. Um, and yeah, there's people from all over the globe that tune into Awoken with Aulden. Um, that's why I have the globe in my logo. Is that like we learn about the world, we talk about the world on the channel, um, and all that stuff. Like the Discord is like personally, I'm right. Yeah, I won't lie. I'm personally right wing, but that doesn't mean that we can't have mature conversations and like actually have civic dialogue with people that we don't agree with. Swiss says, "I'll bow to you, my leader." LOL. Yeah, like exactly. Yeah, like it's good that we have lots of different perspectives and views on the channel because like there's more to politics than just like um crapping on our political like quote enemies, I think. Um because maybe we're actually not as uh different or even yep, that's an old crib. Oh, there she goes. Um, but yeah, you know, like maybe we're actually not that different, or maybe we don't have to be this way. So yeah, dude, would love if you're interested in this kind of debate and dialogue, dude. Would love if you subscribe to the channel, dude. Yes, I'm actually in Washington D.C., so I'm in the heart of the political sphere. Mr. Good Citizen says, um, "Good, thank you, Swiss, for reporting and blocking that guy." Um, uh, or how about little self-governing for the most part with very little self-government? Yeah, I think I've heard that argument about hiring a bunch of more, basically increasing the um, federal payroll by having all these ICE aid. I've heard that argument before, um, and yeah, I think it's um, like technically sure, right? But they're hired to do something that was also caused, I'd argue, by um, failed government policies. Yeah, thank you, Primal. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for hanging out with us on the stream. Jacksonville Kid says the Democratic Party is asking the same question that they've asked after the Civil War, but instead of who is going to pick our cotton now, they asking who's going to pick our fruits and veggies. Yeah, I think that's fair. Um, because that's always the counter, right? Well, if we deport these farm workers, who's going to pick the strawberries? Do I think the president is a true conservative? Not honestly, no, because he never really ran on being that uh, true conservative. You know what I mean? Like that standard, like Ronald Reagan GOP figure. He ran more as a populist and outsider. Even though I think you can argue that he's fallen back closer to like typical GOP, like yeah, like he's all buddy buddy with Lindsey Graham, and a couple of yeah, some of those other more establishment GOP figures. Um, but I don't think he's like all one way or the other, though. I think he's kind of in the middle of that right now. Um, Mr. Mad Butters agrees that it's not a true conservative. Mr. Good Citizen says Trump isn't anywhere close to a conservative. Swiss Michael says Trump also not a Christian, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't think he particularly ran on that like Christian ideology. I think yeah, he kind of ran on more of a um, that more of the populist. I think Vance has kind of um, positioned himself of being that yeah that Catholic voice, um, maybe being a his personal faith and religion will be a little more um, forefront. I think for him. Tushan Enam says Trump is a savior. Thank you for joining the stream this morning. Happy to have you here. Gro Maloney says make ICE pick the fruits and veggies. Ah, well, then that would be nice, wouldn't it? That would be the what is it? National Immigration Customs and Enforcement. That's what Trump wants to. Yeah, that would be pretty nice, Gro Maloney. So, uh, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, the Trump. I forgot about the golden Trump Bibles. Yeah, I did forget about that. Okay, fair counter clips. Working bum. we can't have we can't have violence on the channel, okay? It's the channel, it's very politically diverse. We have lots of spicy and aggressive opinions sometimes, but we can't be we don't want violence, right? We settle disputes verbally and with information and facts, not violence, okay? Well, I think 86-46. That's
It's
why.
called for assassination.
Yeah, that's why Comey just had to turn himself in the other day. Because it call for assassination, and especially with the White House
And whoever
dinner.
said that, he knows it. He's not
Yeah,
wrong. Like they know.
yeah,
Right here is perfect.
yeah. Thanks, man.
All right. We put this on there.
Wait, Swiss Mike says Trump had 86-45 merch. I don't remember that, bro. No way. Just had to get on the elevator there. All right, so we're going to keep this stream going for another hour. I'm ahead. Yeah, we're going to walk to the Capitol now. Let me make sure I get all my stuff. Then we'll head that way. Yeah, sorry, everybody. Cool, baby. All right, let's head back down. Cool. Yeah, will you message me? No, it's not my house. I was doing some stuff for work, but now I'm leaving work just to focus on the stream for like an hour. But yeah, what's good? Not you. Hope you're doing well today. Happy Friday. Yeah. All right. Sorry about that little delay, everybody. I was kind of just in and out of work duties, but now we have our friend Patchy over here. I was going to say who has drop ceiling. Happy Friday. Heck yeah, man. Yeah, happy Friday to you as well. Yeah, we're going to be heading to the U.S. Capitol. We'll take your questions over there. Hang out with you guys a little bit. Yeah, happy Friday. Happy Purple Friday, everybody. Got the purple fit on. All right, pal. I'll catch you, dude. See ya. Bear says, "What's up?" Yeah, what's up, Bear? Hey, Bear. What's going on, big man? Thank you for joining the stream today. Yeah, kind of a little bit different of a stream. Had to do some stuff from work for the first hour, but the second hour will be kind of like normal. We're heading towards the Capitol building right now. Yeah, we're here in near Eastern Market still, but not you says when you get in office, I want to see more trees. Yeah, we need to plant more, save the environment, right? That's kind of the motto. You gotta save the environment. There's this. I miss anything? They're nothing big. Just we've had issues with this one user. So this one guy joined the Discord, I think, but we had to ban him. Yes, he was threatening to dox people, um, threatening to send a child porn in the chat. So we had banned him, and he's sending all of his like alternative accounts or like um, buddies, and they're trying to troll the chat. So just watch out when people, if there's people that start saying stuff about kids, and we need to be on alert and make sure these people get banned and reported immediately. So, um, yeah, especially in the Discord today, throughout the day, he's already sent like 3 or 4 of his guards to try and disrupt the Discord. So just kind of keep that in mind. We need to be a little vigilant today. It smells like fresh cut grass in front of the Library of Congress. Yeah, I agree. Not you. It is very, very messed up indeed. Yeah, the colonel was good. The colonel was great. Security forces this morning. He was able to help out. See, the user claims to be a 16-year-old kid from India. So I just think it's some stupid ass immature kid. Um, yeah, it's some stupid ass kid, more or less. So we just have to be a little careful. And we know, kids like that, they have time on their hands to fart around and do whatever. So maybe one of these days we control them back. But honestly, I just don't think it's something we need to focus on right now. It doesn't move our mission forward. Um, Yeah, it's when he threatened to dox everyone. That was the thing we couldn't really have happening at all. Uh, and that's just like, yeah, that's also a big no-no. Just in, yeah, that's illegal. So, yeah, I don't want you guys getting doxxed or having your personal information released, or yeah, that's not very fair. It's online politics. Yeah, this is an online community that we have a common interest in putting America first, right, and whatnot, and we also just kind of enjoy each other's company. You know, we're not trying to have everyone's personal information released and all that other shit. Yeah, he just needs to get put on a list along with his buddies and needs to be handled handled through according. Beautiful day out here at the U.S. Capitol building. But yeah, our main topic today, though, I want to get back to our main topic. Haven't discussed it all that much today. Is that we are looking at the job report numbers from April were released today. 115,000 new jobs, I believe. So at least a temporary victory for the admin in a time where the Iran war struggles, gas prices are rising. That's causing people a panic. A little bit global oil markets as well. So a lot of stuff going on. Um, Interest rates remain high. Rent remains high. General affordability issues are tough. But this does give the admin a little bit of some breathing room, at least. So yeah, we're now at the Capitol. We're going to be hanging out at the Capitol for the next couple of hours. Or I shouldn't say next couple of hours, next couple of minutes, rather. We'll be here maybe around 30 minutes to 40 minutes today. Would love to get to meet some new people. Bear says he paid $379 for. Okay, that's not terrible. I think that seems to be kind of a little bit on the lower end, a little bit. So, not you says, um, where we finding them? I had a company wanting me to work for them, but it was to make and teach how to make boom booms. I couldn't agree with that right now. Interesting. I'm tracking. Well, where are we finding those jobs? Just a kind of a little bit of everywhere, I think. Hey everybody, so if you're just now joining the stream, we just now from the U.S. Capitol building, you got tourists here today, people hanging out, some water fountains, just a gorgeous day out here in Washington, D.C., not really particularly super cold, not hot either, beautiful spring day, late spring day, summer even potentially. But we're here going to be hanging out with you guys, taking your questions. If you're new to the video, please make sure you leave the video a like. Also hit that subscribe button if you're new so you won't miss a future stream or future debate session, which is what a lot of these streams are becoming a little bit. So we just debate politics back and forth the entire time. Additionally, would love if you have if you want to support the show, you can do so by launching a super chat my way. Ask a tough question. ask anything like that. Would love to help expand our show's reach. All money will be going towards travel, equipment upgrades, anything of that nature. It will go right back into you guys, the Awoken Army. And then additionally, if you have it, there's about 35 of us or so in our channels. Discord. Z, one of our moderators, created that for us a couple of weeks ago, maybe months ago now. So if you like critical political thought and theory, would love if you subscribe to the channel, obviously, but also you can find the link to join our Discord in the channel bio. But yeah, which was Raytheon trying to employ you or something? But when we were driving in the Uber a little bit ago, it looked like gas was over $5 here in Washington. We're like, yeah, last night I saw a couple stations where it looked to be about 450, 455. But DC is also just high cost of living, very expensive regardless. So no matter, yeah, it's kind of no matter what there's no way to avoid it. Yeah, it's kind of like death and taxes everywhere else. It's just you're going to get extra taxes, death, and very high cost of living in DC, no matter what. So that's just kind of the reality a little bit. Super pretty, isn't it? Let's see. Let's get some. So when we were in the Uber, though, I did got a push notification from Fox News that the Supreme Court of Virginia has struck down the redistricting push that Virginia Democrats, I believe that was 2 or 3 weeks ago, had their referendum on the state redistricting, which would have put 4 GOP members out of work and replaced them with Democrat members and Democrat swing districts like Eugene Vindman or Eugene Good, whatever his name is, the brother of the guy who testified, would have made members such as himself a lot more secure and politically safe and stable. So it would have eliminated vulnerable Democrats, made them safe Democrats, and plugged in additional members and shot down GOP members. So a huge ruling there. We're going to have to we'll keep providing quick updates when we see them in Virginia, but that's a huge play there. Bear says Lockheed Martin in Fort Worth is hiring. Yeah, I bet some of their revenue last couple of weeks or so. Yeah, they're going to be able to hire once again. Hey everybody, once again, we are outside of the United States Capitol building. We're here taking your questions today, hanging out with you guys. Would love to hear what you guys have to say. Join a bear, not you. And then Swiss and Clips were here a little bit ago. I think they've probably moved on since. I had a really good debate going here a little bit ago. Now I'm just kind of providing some general commentary about the Virginia Supreme Court shooting down the Virginia redistricting referendum. Bear says, "Will they let you film the empty tomb?" Once we get in there, I don't think there's anything against it. Just we haven't been inside of the Capitol building yet. We've been inside the Senate a couple of times, but as you guys have noticed, when we do go inside, the service is not nearly as good. So it gets choppy, easier, and it's sometimes harder to get really good live stream connection. Now, that's not saying I can't go and just film, then make a video, but I like the live. Yeah, truly, I like live because it's more authentic, and stuff like that. So, yeah. So I know Swiss Mike was talking about like 86. Wait, where is it? Yeah, he's trying to say that the Trump campaign was in the market for selling 86, 46 clothing. I'm not sure what he's talking about, really. Working Bum says, nah, man, I'm not George Santos. And I'm not Jewish either at all. But that's pretty funny, though. Yeah, what looks like, I can't even see what that profile is. I thought it was Homer Simpson, but looks like it's some yellow guy holding a thing of bread or something like a sandwich. But thank you for joining the stream this morning, Working Bum. Glad to see you. Man, are you interested in DC politics at all and whatnot? You're on Jenkins Hill. Working Bum says Willie Trombone. Got some tourists just now leaving the Capitol Visitor Center. Got the Supreme Court building over here. Let's head over to the Supreme Court building, see if anything's going on over there. Gro Maloney says that was Swiss Mike was talking about 86 is a restaurant service term. Well, I've heard that. I just don't know if, like the James Comey thing. It's just very odd to me. Like I'm just not totally sure if I believe that, though. And like the excuse James Comey gave, like he said it was just a nice pattern of shells on the beach. Like I don't know. It's just very odd to me. It's definitely something worth questioning, I think, for sure. Well, what's Trump? Sorry. I think he probably knows more than what he's saying about the Epstein file. Excuse. I think he probably knows more than what he's saying or telling us about the Epstein files for sure, but I'm not sure if he would do that with kids. With kids, though. But if there's like evidence that points that way, I'm not going. I'm not going to deny it necessarily. But like also, uh, I'll have to look in the Discord about what you guys are saying. Um, Swiss Mike's evidence to show that Trump campaign was selling that merchandise, which that just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I don't ever remember hearing that before. All right, babe, we have just reached the Supreme Court building out here today in DC. We'll be hanging out at the Supreme Court building for a couple of minutes. Join Gro Maloney and the Bear and Working Bum, and not you may still be here, but in the comment section below, we're debating about the 8647 James Comey situation, um, and stuff like that. So, and similar topics. Also, our main topic for the show today, we are discussing the April jobs report number that was just dumped out a couple of hours ago. Now, at this point, 115,000 new jobs being reported in the economy. So, I think this stops the bleeding a little bit from the Trump admin. They've been struggling a little bit with messaging the last 2 months, I'd say in particular. Um, and this gives them hopefully in their point, a sigh of relief. So, Jamie Turd, Pencil, New York City, says something's off. If 115,000 jobs were added, why is the unemployment rate remaining at almost 5%? I think it's at what, 4.3% unemployment. So, and now not every time the unemployment rate doesn't always skyrocket, change that drastically sometimes, because unemployment rate is just for people looking for positions that are actively on unemployment and looking for their next position. Um, so let's say you have 115,000 new jobs. Well, you're also going to have people that like retire or people that just like aren't actively working for work anymore as well. And open to all says monetization, bro. They got you. Yeah, man. I'm in we unlocked super chats. Um, couple a couple weeks ago now. So we have progressed to the next level of the channel. Our next goal to get ads is that we need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And we've had a couple of big streams recently, like the one the day after the shooting at White House Correspondents' Dinner. That was a big one for us. And then the day after that was also huge. So we got hundreds of hours of watch time just for those couple of streams alone. and we're still grinding, right? We're still streaming multiple times a week. Need to get some videos and content out here soon. Been moving recently. Work has been, I've been trying to work a lot as well, get hours at work in. So there's just been, it's been a one heck of a month, I'd say. The last 3 weeks have been really crazy, in particular. So yeah, I will have to get in the Discord and see what you guys are debating about. Hey everybody, if you're just now joining the stream, just new to the channel, would definitely love if you left the video a like. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. That's a wonderful way in which you can support our channel and our work. Trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. So would love to have you join the Awoken army. And Damon says, hello, Damon Alexander. Thank you for joining the stream this morning. Hope you're all doing well. Job numbers is the most manipulated Fed report other than the Fed budget. All administrations cherry pick the data. True, and usually most of the time, I think a couple of weeks after, there's always a revised report, which basically is always like, oh yeah, actually everything we said was like embellished a little bit or over reported. Here's the actual numbers, and that that report or that number never gets as much media attention. Yeah, you make a good point there. The revised numbers and data are always a little lower. Because I don't even remember the numbers from like April and February and January. Yeah, it was just so, it felt like so much more low key this year. And I know one of the headlines from this jobs report numbers is that everyone's saying how it's blowing out expectations and how well it's doing and stuff like that. Because even though those job numbers are there, it doesn't seem to be that rent is still expensive, interest rates are higher still, right? There's still other factors that are playing into this. John Adams says, ask any professional recruiter about the real job market. This is the worst tech market of all time. Ever, not even a close second. Thank you for joining the stream, John Adams. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, we're here in front of the Supreme Court building here in Washington, D.C. It is Purple Friday. Love taking your guys' questions and comments. But yeah, I know you hear it all the time that AI feels like any day now is about to, take a whole bunch of jobs or whatever, right? So, some sometimes frightening stuff, especially tech, right? So, Jamie says, I would assume that these jobs are more related to healthcare market, right? I'm sure some of them are. Yeah, healthcare always seems to have a good month. Hospitality as well, like restaurants, hotels. Those industries are typically strong as well. Gorgeous day here in Washington. But yeah, back to John Adams' point, though, I'm sure, just in terms of these, like the tech is changing. And that's why I think you see a lot of Um, what's the best way to put this? Bear says jump in the pool. Not hot. Yeah, it's not hot enough to do that yet. June and July is when it gets really, really, really. July is probably the worst month of the year. To be honest with you, July is the peak. But yeah, I know like computer scientists coming out of college. Yeah, it's just going to be absolutely bulldozed and replaced with AI positions and jobs. So um, that's going to change big time. So I think John Adams, you make a good point there. And like we're already seeing some of these effects, right? So it's a pretty looking day, by the way. Absolutely, you know, yeah, it is a gorgeous day outside here in Washington D.C. I'm guessing you're in New York City. How's the weather in the Big Apple today? Hopefully, it's a good day as well for you. If you're not from New York City, hopefully it's so good wherever you are right now. Yeah, we're going to depart from the Capitol, excuse me, from the Supreme Court building. Take one last good little look at it, everyone. We're going to head back. Have to kind of start heading back and work a little bit. I do think we will have, yeah, we were able to do kind of a full stream this morning. Um, Maybe we can do a stream this afternoon though as well. Yeah, have it. Yeah, make it a little more structured, right? So it won't be chaotic and what kind of like this morning. And we were in the Uber this morning, um, going all over town. Bear says my son is working on a job site that has 1,500 employees per shift. He said it's like a little city and takes 30 minutes to clock. Wow, that's frightening. That's insane too, though. And Jamie says I'm actually in Texas at the moment, visiting my daughter and sister. That's awesome. I love Texas. I was just there back in March for a wedding, um, and it was in Austin. And man, a gorgeous. Uh, the weather was. There we go. Yeah, hope you enjoy your weekend though. Being able to visit, visit your daughter and sister. Yeah, Jamie would also love if you subscribe to the channel as well, Jamie. Uh, yeah, I host these streams several times a week, and we just kind of generally debate politics and talk. Um, Sweet, Jamie. Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate your support, Jamie. Yeah, that's awesome. Air says I'm on the East Coast, Gulf of Theopolis, LOL. Well, see, I went to Terry Black's barbecue um, one day while I was there, and man, that operation is more complex than Iran's nuclear program. I swear, that is talk about an operation. Terry Black's barbecue, man, you got to know your sides. You got to know, um, yeah, like it is a. Trust me, man. Talk about a flash operation. You got to know your sides in time, or you're going to get run over. The line is crazy. But they got everything under wraps. Bear says Texas has the best tacos. Hmm. I'm sure they're pretty good, but I'm with the yeah, the minimal period of time that I was in the Lone Star State, the barbecue was great. And Jamie thinks tacos in California are better than Texas. They take the cake. So, like, do you live in Texas now, um, or just there visiting for like the weekend or a week or something for your sister and daughter? Like, are you in New York City most of the time though? I was in a country band, and I'm pretty tired of barbecue. It's all I ate every weekend for years. Yeah, I bet. Especially if these restaurants are like giving it to you for free or something as well. I mean, that Terry Black's that mac and cheese, that was delicious. It was just such great food. Kind of expensive, but not terribly expensive though. They know how to get profits though. No, no, no. I'm from and live in Brooklyn, and I'm just visiting. LOL. Tracking. I went to New York City about a year and a half ago, maybe 13 months. I went last Easter, and I went to Biggie Smalls' childhood home in Brooklyn, New York. I went to where he used to live as a child, and I walked around Brooklyn as well. Saw lots of cool Biggie murals, excuse me, and other artwork dedicated to the former rapper. Um, that was cool. I really like New York City as well. Went to Manhattan, Times Square. I will say some of that stuff felt a little, um, yeah, like I could have probably lived without going to Times Square. Um, but I really do like. I love the Brooklyn Bridge. Like, if you guys can tell, I love walking around and observing stuff. That's what we do a lot on the channel. We really just walk around DC, talk politics, and meet people and interview people. But yeah, from about where Biggie Smalls, like where his home was in New York City, it was about like an hour walk to the Brooklyn Bridge. So I just got to see a lot of neighborhood area that normal tourists, I'm sure, don't really see. They spend all their time doing I'm sure, normal touristy stuff. And I was like, I just kind of want to explore a little bit. And so it was like an hour walk from somewhere in the middle of Brooklyn to the Brooklyn Bridge. And then walking across that bridge, that was so much fun too. I would go back in New York just to walk that bridge again. Oh. That might have been my favorite part of the entire trip, other than seeing my friend and spending time with my friend. Um, there was probably nothing better than that bridge. That was super, super dope. Yeah, I remember seeing him and his crew off Bedford Street. Um, Bear says if you try go for a walk where I live, you have to strap up or carry a stick because of dogs attacking people. That's a little scary. Man, got a lot of pit bulls or German shepherds or wild. Are we talking about wild animals or wild dogs or something, man? That's a little scary. Hi. Well, dude, yeah, make sure you're armed. Yeah, you get some stick or weapon or something to fight off those dogs. If those doggos are trying to take a chunk of your Achilles or something. You got to be able to defend yourself and be careful. Oh, pets running loose, nobody claims it's theirs. Well, I'm sure if a couple of those dogs are getting hurt or whatever, I'm sure those owners would start caring a little bit about trying to leash them or put them inside or shock collars, some kind of create some kind of boundaries because I wouldn't, yeah, it's pretty shitty that they're already those lazy of an owner. Um, you get a little yellow sticker every time you go to the Capitol. I'm trying to see if there's any people around today that I recognize. Not really. It's Friday, and I don't even think the session was in. Um, yeah, I don't even think the Senate was in session this week. Like the Congress, once again, did absolutely nothing this week. And another week down the tube. Um, it's we're now approaching the middle of May already. And God, I've said this before, guys. Um, the midterms are going to be here in no time. This summer is going to fly by. It's going to be gone before you even realize the summer is here. And then it's going to be fall, and the members, they're going to go home in October to panic and campaign for the midterms. Um, but yeah, this congressional year already feels kind of over a little bit. Jamie says, "Hey, at least you don't see rats everywhere in Texas that I know of." LOL. I keep my I keep mine fenced up because I don't want somebody giving them lead poisoning. Yikes, man! It sounds like you're living in uh, Afghanistan or something, man. Yeah, I didn't know it was that violent or sketch or dangerous in Texas. Yeah, dude, stay safe. Damon asked, "Do you think Republicans are keeping the House/Senate?" So actually, we got some pretty important information this morning. During the stream, we saw a push notification from Fox that relayed the Virginia Supreme Court has shot down the redistricting um, referendum vote that occurred last Tuesday, saying it's unconstitutional or illegal, and that so those four Republicans who looked like they were temporarily, going to be drawn out, at least for the time being, are back in the game. Now, how long is that going to last? Who knows? Maybe it's the state Democrats appeal the ruling, um, or anything like that. Um, so that helps the Republicans if those four members get to stick around. Additionally, Tennessee, the state of Tennessee, they just redrew their map to make it 9-0 to eliminate the Memphis seat. So that's a plus for the GOP. Louisiana, the reason that Tennessee could do it is that Louisiana's map was able to get struck down by the Supreme Court. They kind of weakened the minority needed for uh, redistricting. So Louisiana, they're going to redraw. They'll be able to eliminate a Democrat seat. And yeah, some of these other southern states may follow suit. Maybe Georgia, South Carolina, they might be able to draw out Jim Clyburn. Um, they might be able to and do a couple other things in a couple other states. But however, in terms of like Democrats, I'd say they're probably favored to take the House, and the Republicans are still probably favored to remain in control of the Senate. But the Republicans, they may lose a couple of seats in the Senate, I think. Let's see. Daniel McKay says, no reason to vote Democrat, America first. Electric Pigeon says, hey man, can I have that $10 you owe me? Man, I need you to super chat me. Damon Alexander says, the 10 redistricting effort in Memphis is a mess, LOL. We'll see if that one goes through. This Congress has the second highest rate of Republican retirements. Hard to overcome that many losses, maybe. That is true as well. You lose when members they're calling it quits and retiring or going to the private sector or whatever it is. You lose all of those incumbency advantages. Maybe in a majority of those seats, it's a safe district anyway, so there's not much of a risk. But especially in swing districts, losing the incumbency advantage hurts a lot, and it gives the minority party a much better shake at things. So I'm sure maybe even a good chunk of those retirements don't hurt, but there's still going to be some that will hurt, and that could cost a couple swing districts. Yeah, that is just a lot of people, though, retiring in a short amount of time. And the Dems, they seem to be fired up to vote. But we've even seen, though, in Indiana, for example, on Tuesday, the election results there, you had pretty much a political decapitation strike against members that voted against the redistricting efforts in the state Senate there last fall. So Indiana Governor Mike Braun called for the special session to try and, for Indiana to redraw their maps. And the vote failed. About half or so of Indiana State Senate members of the GOP voted with all Democrats to keep the maps the way they are. And ultimately, that doomed 6 or 7 of those state senators that voted with all the Democrats. They all lost primaries to Trump-backed challengers. So pretty well a political decapitation strike against regime targets in the Hoosier state. So even Republicans they're fired up as well. They want to get rid of ineffective Republicans and weak Republicans. So midterm, we still got a lot of time. It's still early May, pretty much. We're going to have to, that's why we're going to keep up with election coverage over the next several months. So. Aww. Darn. It was too fast. Hamadi, what's going on, Hamadi? Says, who came up with those numbers for jobs? And then Clips to Go says, you're real masters. What's going on, Clips? Welcome back to the stream. And welcome to the stream, Hamadi. Thank you for joining, dude. Yeah, always great seeing you here, man. Hope New York City is treating you well. And actually, on the stream this morning, believe we made a new friend of the channel. If you go up to Jamie Turd Pencil in New York City, she's also says she's from Brooklyn, New York. So pretty exciting. Got another New Yorker now with you on the channel, Hamadi. Yeah, weather here is beautiful, gorgeous as well. Yeah, the name is Jamie Turd Pencil NYC. That's the username. Says Jamie is from Brooklyn, New York. But Jamie's in Texas this weekend for this next period of time to visit her daughter and sister. Let's see, Rebecca. Hello, Rebecca. Thank you for joining the stream this morning. A question from Rebecca says, Alaska has ranked choice voting. What is your opinion on it? I don't think it's, I don't agree with it necessarily because it allows people to, it breaks the principle of like one voter, one vote kind of deal, right? It gives people, it does, like, as someone who loves elections and political strategy, it definitely changes that equation, um, because there are ways that you can block. It makes it a little easier to block a candidate you don't like on a strategic way, because what you can do is say, well, this candidate is really horrible, but I don't love this candidate, but I really like candidate A. So you can rank them and kind of, yeah, you can do it that way. But I feel like it makes it really confusing for people, and people already just get confused enough about regular politics. So if you add all these extra steps, I think it can kind of screw some people up with that. So great question, Rebecca. I hope you're doing well. Bear says, I think the numbers could go way higher because of data center jobs. Yeah, those are going to start popping up. Data centers. Hamadi says the Bureau of Labor Statistics came up with that number. Yep. As of May 2026, William J. is serving as the acting commissioner of Bureau of Labor Statistics, taking over after the August 2025 firing of Erica Clips. Does it include military jobs? I think so. Mr. Good Citizen says, I always take job numbers with a grain of salt. Government gets everything wrong. Yeah, like we'll probably see some revised in a week or so from now. We'll see some revised numbers that signal, yeah, if there's 115,000, maybe it's only 110,000 or 105,000, maybe. Um, or it could maybe be 120,000 or 125,000. You know, I'd say give or take 10 or 15,000 either side. I think that would be fair. Robert says hi. What's going on, Robert? Thank you for joining the stream this morning. Appreciate you being here. Hope you're doing okay. And Sam says hi, Aulden. What's going on? Yeah, what's going on, Sam? Thanks for hanging out with us this morning on the stream. So I will say this: the numbers being inaccurate is not really a partisan thing. During Joe Biden's administration, a lot of the numbers were eventually the revised numbers less, or sometimes they were more, right? So it's a very kind of to Damon Alexander's point, and he made a comment when we were at the Supreme Court. He mentioned that the admin and the Bureau of Labor Statistics, they like to cherry pick numbers and make it look as positive as possible. So that's just, yeah, so take it to what someone said with a grain of salt. Um, yeah, Mr. Good Citizen said it. Grain of salt. So definitely just take that 115,000 number and probably understand that it won't be the final number. So just have mentally prepare yourself for that number to change, whether it's a positive or negative change, um, or higher or lower, whatever it is, kind of. So I think that's fair. Alien files are released as well. Haven't heard much about that. Hamadi says President Trump has nominated economist Brett Martaro to lead the agency following the departure of McNaffer, who was fired after a downward revision in July 2025 jobs data. Uh, yeah. And then Bears' data center construction job. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of those popping up, and that's something we hear about all the time now. Are all these data centers popping up in the town near you or your town, and just the utility bills and the electricity, um, just absolutely skyrocketing. Hey, yes, sir. Yeah, Biggie, man. Yeah, got the uh, Versace vision going on this morning. As always, it's Purple Friday as well. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. We're here hanging out, uh, kind of walking back and forth of the U.S. Capitol building, um, as well as the Supreme Court building, just kind of hanging out in Eastern Market as well. Heck yeah, I got that lavender. So here, I'll do a little fit check. Okay, so they got purple suit, got the purple tie, got purple shoes and socks, and the gym shorts as well. So it is purple from head to toe today. Can't miss me. If you see me on the street, whenever I do have the Purple Friday outfit on, I will say about every time, maybe a dozen or so people will ask if they can take my picture, and I'll say if you subscribe to the channel, we can make that happen. So. Hamadi says need power for servers and cooling systems. Mr. Good says, yeah, it's Biggie Smalls is the illest. Yes. Yeah, Miss Biggie all the time, man. Um, every now and then I'll remind myself of his uh, marvelous music achievements and still listen to Ready to Die or whatever. So, a vision in lavender, heck yeah. 5102 says, "Are you a lawyer?" No, I'm in the private sector for politics, though. So I am in D.C. Well, let's head back over to the Capitol building. We'll just spend a couple more minutes over there chilling with you guys. Uh, Bear says they installed a new smart meter last year. Our electric bill shot up almost $100. Man, that's yuck. That's gross and disgusting. Sorry to hear that happened to you. Sir Yanish, what's going on, Sir Yanish? Thank you for joining the stream this morning. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday to you, brother. Says Aulden, Vivek won the primary, but he is not white. Yeah, Vivek, I think he's Indian. And yeah, there was a white candidate on the ballot for Ohio Republicans, and he only got, I think, 15% or so of the vote. So, Vivek, he's going to be the nominee for the GOP. He'll face Democrat Amy Acton this fall. Acton and Vivek, we've kind of known this was going to be the race, and I think it's going to be one of the most politically interesting campaigns this cycle. Yeah, I'm really excited. I hope we can even go to Ohio a couple times as the race heats up. We can do some reporting in Ohio because the Senate race there as well. Don't forget about the John Husted versus Sherrod Brown Senate race. That's a showdown of titans as well. That's going to be a 50-50 race type of feel. So Ohio Democrats, they're going big. Yeah, they're going big this cycle. Hamadi says cooling systems consume like 40% of the data center total energy. Robert says, hot cha-cha papa, ready for the ladies. You know it, dog. Mr. Good Citizen says, rest in peace, Biggie. He's been dead like 30 years now. It's crazy. I know, man. Very crazy. Right now, it is 12:20 Eastern time. So in states like New York City, Washington, D.C., most of Virginia is Eastern time. So it's around lunchtime right now. Data centers are dumping anti-corrosive chemicals in our water as well. Yikes. People are going to start cane lines. I think she will win. Yeah, Hamadi thinks Amy Acton is going to win. Oh, I thought I was on Biggie B TV channel. Oopsie. Hello. Yeah, like we're still Biggie here. Bear says Casey would have been better for Ohio. Vivek has so many lobbyists behind him. It's going to be more loyal to them than the state, than a grassroots guy. Yeah, I think that Casey, he just never. Just compare him and what James Fishback are doing in Florida. It's night and day of media exposure, name ID, even kind of seems like effort a little bit too, right? So James Fishback, he's going to be an interesting case study for that wing of the GOP to study, I think. Because Fishback, he's exciting, right? He's going to IHOP. He's going to the University of Florida all the time. He's meeting with young voters, going to Waffle House, right? So he's running a very exciting campaign for young people. Yeah, it's just kind of dead right here. Yeah, I don't even know what was here before, and it looks like it's all crabgrass / ugly grass right here. So yeah, you have this, and then you have to your point, a patch of dead grass over here. Let's see. Sorianis says Fuentes said to his base to vote Democrat in Ohio midterms and in 2028. Do you consider him Republican? No, his crowd. It's just a very unique and different political crowd. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. Yeah, I wouldn't say they're mainstream GOP at all. No, just off the rations and some of their beliefs. They don't mold or mesh with like the John Thune GOP. Monty says, yeah, Vivek is too corporate for the Republicans that are younger than 40 years old. Yeah, it's a UFO landing spot. That's right, yeah. The UFOs land right here every time. Fishback, I would choose that name. Then Hamadi says, that's a pothole shame. Where's the gardener? Yeah, why is grass like that? And it's not even summer. The gardener is a rhino. Absolutely, yeah. He's going to Waffle House one day and then Denny's the next, and then he'll go IHOP on the weekend. Yeah, he's just going. It's a very exciting campaign. No matter what you feel about James Fishback, it is exciting. It's uplifting. It's motivating, even politically, I think, to see a campaign like his. Um, and right now, like, even though Fishback, um, the young people like us are his base, um, Donald's, he doesn't really have much of an answer, to be honest. Um, I haven't heard much of a response from Byron, is what Fishback calls him, but from Byron Donalds, um, about some of these claims against him. So I know Fishback is going to be debating Donalds in July, I believe. That could be huge. I think Fishback is poised. He's very well spoken. Um, if you listen to his interview on Tucker, or even we've covered James Fishback live on the show. He came to D.C. like a week after the war in Iran began, and called for Donald Trump to have another State of the Union and to explain why we're in this war in Iran. So, um, yeah, we've covered Fishback on the show a lot. Hamani says, this is an example of America failure in little things. The Capitol Garden looks like shit. Yeah, some of it doesn't look that good. Like right here, here's kind of another little dead patch. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe we should reach out to AOC, and not the Congresswoman. It's called Architect of Capital. That's the AOC that I mean. Sarah says a naked man doesn't fear pickpocketing. Uh, yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, that's a correct statement. I will give you credit. Yeah, yeah, can't really. If you have no clothes on, no one can steal from the clothes that you don't have on your body. So, yeah, I think that's a correct statement. Uh, Erdogan says, "Who do you think is good? Tucker, no good. He's a Jew hater. It's not really a lawn. It's just a field that gets mowed." Oh yeah, and referring to this, I would say Tucker's a Jew hater. Um, he's very explicit and um, like forceful and clear in his criticism is with the government of Israel, not the Jewish people as a whole. Um, Suriana says, "Are you now pro Tucker or more pro Trump?" I'd say Tucker. He's one of my favorite podcasters to listen to for sure. Um, yeah, I'm still a big Tucker fan. Huh. Hey, I guess you could steal organs and other body parts that way. Uh, yeah, like there is definitely a lot of. Didn't haven't really looked at this garden or this field or lawn, whatever people are calling it. Haven't really observed it that much in detail. Maybe that's how um, it could be in poor condition, is that no one really looks at it that much. There's just a couple of trees out here, and that's you're gonna have the field. Uh, that's kind of it. So not a whole lot of stuff there. I agree. Yeah, details do matter. You know, I don't think you're wrong there. But I wonder what it is. There's got to be, obviously, yeah, there's probably has to be something for the conditions of the field to be that poor, I think. Srianis says, bro, Qatar government spent around 100 billion in civil society, college campuses, and other stuff. Yeah, they've definitely a lot of those Gulf nations are trying to like rebrand, kind of like a sports team does, or a restaurant or another industry does. They're trying to say, hey, we're not just a bunch of countries that have sand and oil. You know, you can come here and do business with us and invest capital and whatever. This Iran war really hurts those countries as well because nobody is visiting these Gulf countries. If the airports are being bombed by ballistic missiles and drones, people that would be attracted, like people in the West, to visit these countries are going to be like, I don't want to have to deal with that. So um, I think that's another problem. These Gulf countries, they're going to need to figure something out. Um, Hamadi says, especially in the richest country on earth, details matter. Um, Cobblestone needs cleaning too. Power water. Yeah, they'll clean this stuff a good decent amount. Just there's always people around, and with it being summer too, there's just going to be more and more people. There's those chemtrails. Oh yeah, there's that one. Let's see. Okay, make it like your country club then. Golf course. Watch the lefties freak out. I mean, the leftists. Yeah, they might say something like, "Well, only." Yeah, it's like you catch one. If it's bad or good, people are going to be like, "Well, why are you spending so much money?" Um, yeah, dedicating like trying to make the lawn on the Capitol look nice and not feeding or trying to get rich or poor people off the streets. Yeah, you know what I mean. There's always going to be something there. Some people are going to complain, but that's why we debate on this channel and like actually engage with each other. Because like I will say, um, that's what it's really turning into. Is that there are so many different political opinions and thanks, dog, that have different perspectives and um, views. It really like makes everybody think about their ideals and how they want to argue stuff and whatever. Let's throw this trash away somewhere. Yeah, let's be a good citizen and pick up some garbage. There's probably no trash cans around here though, because they don't want people putting stuff in the putting anything nefarious near the Capitol. Are you Yes, I'm right wing personally. I actually used to work in the U.S. Senate before I started this channel. I used to work for a senator from Indiana, so I've been doing stuff for the my county GOP when I used to live back in my home state. Been doing stuff for right wing groups and causes out here. Um, so yeah, What about yourself, man? Says they should let homeless people eat the grass like the goats do. That's pretty funny. But we need to find a trash can for this bottle. Yeah, yeah. I don't want to litter someone else's litter. Everybody, if you're just now joining the stream, would love to remind you, please make sure you leave the stream a like. Also, hit that way in which you can support the channel. Additionally, you can support us through super chats. We just unlocked super chats a little bit ago, a couple weeks ago now. So if you want to help us financially and support our travel expenses, like we mentioned, we'll probably want to do some midterm coverage in Ohio in particular. That's going to be a very, very exciting race to cover, in some other states as well. So would love to have your financial support, and it will all go towards travel, um, equipment upgrades, all that good stuff. So yeah, no trash cans around. Additionally, if you are new and have Discord, you're more than welcome to join this Discord. There's about 35 of us, and so we're all debating all day long, sending memes and breaking news updates. Yeah, so it's pretty very legit. Yeah, no trash cans around. Damon says, "Do you think Messi will prevail against the Trump machine?" I think so. I think it's going to be maybe a little closer, than maybe what that we're going to be comfortable with. But I think he'll probably make it. I think he'll survive. Yes, he has his constituency behind him. I think his people believe in him, and he's got our help too. You know, um, before the before the primary in Kentucky, maybe we can do an episode on Massey, um, as well. I'm a big supporter of the congressman from Tennessee, and I hope he can survive. I think so, but to answer the question, yes, I think he can and will prevail. Willie says, "Huh? What? I'm just supposed to go pick jobs off the job tree in the land of Chablia." That's pretty funny, dude. Clever. I like that. Yeah, dude. Thanks for joining. Yeah, thank you, Westside Willie. Thank you for joining the stream this morning. We're out here walking around Washington, D.C. Just left the Capitol building a couple minutes ago. Um, going to be kind of walking all over. Well, probably going to end the stream soon. Need to head back to work. Was in work a little bit earlier today, but there's some stuff I need to get done today. So yeah, let's do 5 more minutes. Then we will. Then we'll break for the day, and maybe if we're feeling it up for, maybe we can do a stream at tonight as well. A late night stream around DC. So we'll keep that in mind. Um, but yeah, let's do about 5 more minutes on this stream. So yeah, still need to find a trash can too. So, any good movie recommendations? I don't watch a whole lot of movies. A series that I do recommend though on Netflix um, is How to Become a Tyrant. One of my um, I love studying power structures and regimes and all that stuff, and I think How to Become a Tyrant is a fascinating. It's like a 6-part series, so there's like 6 episodes. It's really entertaining. I think you would like it too, Gro Maloney. Through our conversations, um, I think you would really enjoy it. I think you'd like it. Damon says that's a great, absolutely, yeah. Such a fascinating, truly fascinating series. But movies, Saving Private Ryan, that's another fun one. That's a movie I would recommend. Can't remember the last time I've been to the movies though. Once I think of the name Gro Maloney, I'll send it to you in Discord. But there was this movie I saw last summer, and it's basically this. It's a small town in like New Mexico. It's during COVID, um, and it's the sheriff. This guy, he wants. I think he's the county sheriff, and he wants to run for mayor of the city or of the town or whatever. Um, and basically, it's a political comedy, but it's like kind of fair to both sides a little bit. Yeah, Eddington. That might be it. That sounds familiar. Eddington. Uh, I thought that was a great movie. Yeah. Did you? Yeah. Did you enjoy it? I know they poke fun at the leftists a little bit, but maybe you saw some humor in that. Finally, boys, a trash can. I held on to that bottle for like 10 minutes, bro. That's how much I care about the environment. See, right wingers care about the environment too. West Side. I haven't seen West Side Willie in a second. Well, isn't that true though? George Soros funding Antifa, bruh. DD Saracen, what's going on? DD Saracen, thank you for joining the stream. Um, Today says I'm going to the Shakespeare to see a stage today on 7th Street. Awesome, man. Yeah, that sounds like a good time, dude. Um, is that at the Kennedy Center? Figures out said, "How do you like the West Wing series?" Haven't checked it out yet. Do you have a thought or prevailing notion with the West Wing series? Uh, have you seen Rudy Ray Moore in the Human Tornado? Haven't seen that. Haven't seen that movie. Not a movie, but West Wing was kind of fun. Hard left ideology, but fun. Tracking. Hey, everybody, would just love to remind you, if you're new to the stream, new to the channel, enjoying our conversation that we're having, please make sure to leave the video a like. Also, hit that subscribe button if you're new. We'll probably go live again this evening, at some point for you. Um, Maybe more of like a tonight kind of thing. Additionally, if you have the app and would love to join our Discord, you're more than um, welcome to join our Discord. We're in there. Gro Maloney, we're in there debating back and forth all the time. Bear, he's recently in the Discord. Hamadi as well. There's a good chunk of us that are pretty active on the YouTube channel that are also in the. It's basically a group chat for the YouTube channel, so it's a way to continue the conversation going all day long. What's going on? Yeah, hello, Work. Here you go. Yeah, nice to see you. DD Saracen says, no, it's at the Shakespeare Theater downtown near Capital One Arena. Tracking. Okay. I haven't been there before, but that sounds like you'll have a good time today, man. I haven't seen the Rudy Ray Moore and Human Tornado. Let's chill here for a couple minutes. Boulder Shakespeare is excellent. Definitely go. Okay, bet. Okay, I got you, Bear. Yeah. You have the little, like, white dog or white bear as your profile picture, I think. All right, buddy. Well, uh, I think we're going to end the stream here for this morning, at least. It was on, yeah, happy I was able to stay on as long as I have been able to so far. But yeah, I think we're going to end things here just once again. So 33 of you guys have voted in the poll. Yeah, not a whole ton of you surprised about the job report numbers. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit today. It's been kind of a slow news week, honestly, too. So just kind of a, that's why I didn't stream as much outside of the election results last couple of days. It's always fun to do Purple Friday stream. Maybe we'll be on later tonight as well. We'll just keep y'all posted. Keep y'all posted in the Discord. But yeah, I think that's all I wanted to get out today. I'll see. Yeah, just one last little reminder: make sure to leave the video a like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I will see you guys in the Discord after this. So thank you all for hanging out with us this morning. Happy Purple Friday. And if we don't stream tonight, maybe this weekend. If not, we'll see you Monday. So much love, everybody. We'll catch you later.